Welcome, I'm David Geiger. The June acreage and stocks report is out from the U.S. Department of Agriculture, creating a little bit of a stir in the marketplace. Corn stocks were down 2% from June of 2018, while soybean stocks were up 47%. In Iowa, corn stored in all positions were 1 billion bushels, up 9% from a year ago, with soybeans totaling 281 million bushels, that's 7% below last year's level. But the big shock was in national acreage. Specifically in corn, planted acreage was down 5% from the intentions report 3 months ago, estimated now at 92 million acres. In Iowa, there was only a slightly fewer amount of acres planted than intended, now at 14 million. Nationally, soybeans are estimated at 83 million acres. That's up 0.5% from the intentions report. Iowans contributed a bit to that, going up 100,000 acres to 9.4. The predictions of acres planted ended up wrong, and Chad Hart with the Iowa State University Extension Office says a big part of that was not all the cropland was planted by June.
Even with these numbers, we're still looking at, after June 1, still planting 2 million acres of corn, and I believe it was 12 million acres of soybeans. So even though planting conditions were much better this year, we're still running a little bit behind on planting some of the crop.
Hart says to dig more into the latest report, you need the context that the intention numbers back in March were before the COVID-19 pandemic had really hit. Plus, much of the lost land was in the Great Plains, caused by dry weather and cleaning up harvest from last year. Overall, in 2019, there were difficult planting and harvesting times, so the USDA had projected what's called a bounce-back year. But this June report still shows a significant drop in planted acreage across the country.
The intentions showed we were going to bounce right back up close to the levels we were seeing in 2017 and 2018. What actually happened sort of split the difference. We got about half that land back, but I'm going to guess that the land that didn't make it back is because we were still trying to clean up the harvest again from the 2019 crop.
And corn and soybeans are still seeing a little upside to the report. Our market analyst has the details.
When you look at the total acreage, I think, looking at the principal crops, this will be the lowest acreage we've seen since 1993. So, and truly, that's probably something that needs to happen if we're going to, ultimately restore some profitability to the farm sector here. But, and again, like anytime there's a shocking event, and particularly with the corn market that was leaning so heavily to the short side with the large speculators, those people don't have any reason to hang around anymore. So they're coming out with pretty consistent buying in at this point. But, the general assumption is if we're going to have lower corn acres and cotton, we saw actually a pretty good cut in the cotton acreage compared to what was expected. Well, that would find its way into soybeans, and that wasn't the case. So here again, too, it's restored profitability. We've got new crop futures. Well, in fact, bean futures period back up towards that $9 mark. Of course, the hogs had a hog and pig report out last week. 5% higher inventory for on hand certainly was not a positive for the hog market. Boy, right now, and again, particularly with these reoccurrence of COVID happening around the country, that's got everybody just running a little bit scared as far as what the demand's going to be through the balance of the summer.
And that's all I have for the Agribusiness Report today. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you again next time.